Right, you're overcomplicating weekly biases and daily biases, my people. The reason I'm making this video is just because I've had comments about it and because I've had people in my Discord ask about it. So I just want to make it really clear how I come to my bias and that you don't need to overcomplicate it at all. And it doesn't have to be right for you to be profitable. Nonetheless, I'm going to be using dollar. We're going to ignore the week that just traded. We're going to just start pretend we're here. And I'm just going to explain everything that goes through my head. So if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I start with whether I want to see an up close candle or a down close candle the next week. So once we were here and it was Sunday, I was like, okay, next week, do I want to see it close up or down? Well, considering we've had 2 up closes already, we've taken out this bearish order block right here. So, sorry, not bearish. We've traded through this high right here, which creates a bullish order block. And because we're coming off lows, I want to see an up close candle. So I want to see a continuation higher because I'm looking at these highs to get traded to. So if my bias is to go to these highs, I'm expecting price to draw towards that, meaning that as far as I'm concerned, every candle I want to be an up close candle ideally, or once as on our way up to here, most of the candles, logically speaking, will be up close. Yes, we may get a down close here and there, but logically speaking, we should only be expecting up close if we're trying to get to here. So that's why I want to see an up close candle. Another reason I want to see an up close candle is because this week, so when we were here, we traded through this high, creating a bullish order block. As soon as we traded through this high right here, this becomes a bullish order block, meaning again it should act bullishly. So as soon as price comes back into it, we should now be anticipating some kind of respect of it. We did get that, but remember, we're ignoring this week right now. So now there's 2 reasons I want to see an up close candle. Why? We're drawing to these highs. 2, we've created a bullish order block. Another reason, we've come off these lows. We've already grabbed south stops below here. So I want to see an up close candle. So how does an up close candle form? Well, typically, if we're going to see an up close candle form, let me just draw it out for you guys. It's going to do this. It's going to open. We want to see it create a low. We want to see it trade higher. And then we want to see it retrace and close like that. So we want to see it open. This is the opening price we want. We want to see the low get created here. And then we want to see the high get created here. And then we want it to retrace and close inside of its range here. So this is how I'm expecting my weeks to form, right? I want to see it open, create the low, trade on higher, and then retrace back into the range. So that means moving from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I want to see the low get created on one of these days. Let's now drop to the daily and take a look. Where is that drawing gone? Let's bring it with us. Right, and I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of this. So remember, we're going into this new week now with this bullish bias. We want to see an up close candle. So now my weekly bias is bullish. So that means my daily bias should be bullish, but not every single day should be bullish. Why? Because we want to see the low get created, don't we? So there's a level of bearishness we want to see happen in the week, and we're happy for it to happen in the week before we start thinking about bullish biases. So let's move this here. Right. This looks a bit weird, but nonetheless. So here we have Monday. We had a down close day. And if you were watching, you'll remember me saying, I want to see Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday create the low. So me seeing a down close day on the Monday is completely fine to me. Why? Because we want an up close week, meaning that seeing down movement at the beginning of the week isn't new to me. I'm happy with that. Tuesday, another down close. Okay, that's fine. It might have created the low. You can see we did create the low. Classic week. And then Wednesday is the last day that I'm happy for price to create the low with a Thursday reversal. So now as we get into Wednesday and Wednesday close, and now we've had 3 down close candles, I was now confident that we're going to have a large expansion to the upside. Why was I confident about that? Well, remember, our weekly was bullish, wasn't it? We wanted to see an up close candle because of all these confluences. And then also there's other things that we've been trading into, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So we had a breaker that we traded into. We got a low, a high, a lower low. So this swing right here, this is a breaker high. So meaning that price should respect that. And you can see how volume respected that level. So once we came off this, so once we traded into that high and we wicked away from it, that's supportive of our bullish bias because price is refusing to dig any deeper into that. Here, same thing. And another thing that we can't ignore, let's get rid of this. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying though. Very quick video. Another thing is this bullish order block right here, this large bullish order block. The very lowest I'd want price to trade in this bullish order block, assuming we're bullish, remember, we're assuming we're bullish from the weekly, is the 50% level. This is what we call mean threshold. So we can draw this out, and that's what we call mean threshold. If price violates this level, then I would no longer be bullish. It's as simple as that. Because although on the weekly we want to see up close candle, we have daily PD arrays that should be helping price find support, and we get that here. But let's say Wednesday traded even deeper and we ran this. If we ran that 50% level, for the rest of the week I'd be bearish and I'd start looking for other discount PD arrays. But because we respected it, in fact, we even traded to the 25% level. Look at that, you can't make that up. And what you'll find if you study bullish order blocks, you'll find that the 25% level is way more sensitive than the 50% level. So you're likely to get a larger expansion away from the 25% level, as you can see, than you are from the 50% level. Don't get me wrong, we could have tapped down into that 50%. We just probably wouldn't have had a Thursday so large. Anyway, nonetheless, we traded into that 25% level right there. Again, Wednesday dipped one more time into that high, and then we had the expansion to the upside. So the fact that we had down close candles Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we still haven't traded higher yet. So let me show you again with this diagram. The fact that we traded lower Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we still haven't had the weekly range expansion. We haven't had that yet. So when do we expect it to happen? Well, Thursday we had high impact news. We also had interest rates announcement on GBP, but we don't need to worry about that because we're looking at dollar. So when would we expect it to happen? Well, obviously Thursday. Don't get me wrong, if it never happened on Thursday, it probably would have happened on Friday, but it's very unlikely they do that on a Friday. So Thursday was then the only option, and that's why we got such a large day on Thursday, which helped us start to run towards our original targets, which was these highs up here. So then we get our Thursday expansion, and then Friday we saw a continuation. Let's drop down to the next time frame. We'll go to the 4 hour and see how these biases play a role. So remember, this is that breaker high. We wick down to create the low. We dip into it one more time. And then as Thursday opens, we run straight right above Monday stops, Tuesday stops, and Wednesday stops with no stopping because it's in a rush to create that range. Another thing that helps me with bias is looking at high resistance versus low resistance. How long have we been going? 7 minutes. Okay, I'll try and keep this at 10 minutes. So let's look at this week, and we'll go to the 1 hour, and it should be clear as day. Well, it might not be, but let's start with Monday midnight, which is right here, and then we'll end it right here, and then we'll put the reversal, which was on Thursday pretty much. So look at how price struggled to get down here. This is what we call high resistance. Why is it high resistance? Well, we're moving lower, we're retracing deeply, we're moving lower again, and then look at this heavy consolidation. Not very nice. And then when price does finally reverse and we reach that Thursday and we still haven't created most of the upside range, we have a clean sweep to the upside. And what do I mean by that? Well, we take out, let me get the daily divider sorted out, guys, sorry. You'll see how price uses the daily highs as support to keep trading on higher. So we have that Wednesday high, we trade through that pretty much instantly right here. Find support in a fair value gap. Then where's our next target? Tuesday high. What happens again? We find support and then we reach Friday. So where's our next target? Well, Monday, we did actually tap into Monday here. But if you remember, my original target was last week Friday's high. But my point is, look how it's moving so cleanly through these highs. It's sweeping through it with no problem. The retracements are very minimal. For example, here, that Wednesday high, we don't retrace deep at all. Continue to the next high. We don't retrace deep at all. And then we eventually reach Friday, or last week Friday's high. And then we've kind of got into a consolidation. Now, let's look at that with the difference of how we're taking out lows. So this Monday low, we traded through it. Look at this retracement and the consolidation. We're hanging around. We don't like that. And then this low, it doesn't even manage to take it out. It refuses to, but yet we're still held in a consolidation. I hope that makes sense. That's what I mean by how I come up with my biases. It's really, people overcomplicate it so much. I'll go over it one last time. It's just a matter of me saying, okay, do I want an up close candle or a down close candle? Well, I want an up close candle. Why do I want an up close candle? Because my monthly PDRAs for the premium is up here. I want to see price draw up there. It doesn't need to get up there. I just know that's the direction I want to go. So if anything, I'm expecting most of the candles on this side of the curve to be up closed. Therefore, moving into the next week, I want to see an up close candle. Okay, what other confluences are there? Well, last week we traded through this down close candle. The fact that we violated the high makes this a bullish order block. So if price comes back into it, it can test it to see, okay, will it provide and act like a bullish order block? Cool. What else is there? We've come off sell side liquidity from an internal range. What do I mean internal? From this low to this high, everything within this range is internal. We've grabbed internal stops and we're starting to trade higher. So we need to pair it with some kind of external liquidity. That's above here. We'll go to the daily. What PDRAs do we have here? Well, we have the breaker high. That should provide support. And we have this massive daily bullish order block as well. What does price do? Volume stays within it. Once we get in there, you can see we have our expansion on Thursday, classic consolidation on Wednesday, and low resistance. Low resistance. You can see the resistance in the candles. Look at that wick. Look at this wick. Look at these wicks. And then look at Thursday. What's high resistance? This, guys. You can see it. This is high resistance. We don't want to trade in that. That's why I didn't trade Monday through Wednesday. I was like, I don't want to be in that. But then as soon as Thursday comes, clean as hot knife through butter, we have very nice delivery. And it's just straight cut through. 4 hour, same thing. What PDRAs do we have? We've got a bullish order block here. Yeah, we have this high. We're looking at how price treats these levels. There's a fair value gap here. It refuses to fill it. It refuses to fill this fair value gap. Another hint to higher prices. There's lots of different confluences that come into play. But that's how I become with my bias. Because remember, my overall bias is up here. So I want to see an up close candle, which means I want the week to form like... Ooh. Ignore that. I want the week to form like this. Simple as. I hope that makes sense, guys. And if you found this insightful, drop a like, smash subscribe, join the Discord. And if you want more exclusive content, make sure to join the mailing list. Peace.